What up? Viktor Wolfe here with another Stephen King book review. This time we're going to be reviewing Pet Sematary. This is one of King's most read novels and is on most everyone's top 10 list, including my own. I have it ranked at number 7, so right off the bat that makes it a 9 out of 10. This bad boy was published on November 14th, 1983 and clocks in at a very manageable 374 pages. A person could read it in a weekend or two. Its popularity derives straight from its content, a creepy old cemetery where pets of yesteryear are buried. Add in nightfall and an old Indian burial ground to the mix, and you have a recipe for the success that only Stephen King of the 1980s can deliver. But the premise of this book is about a guy named Lewis Creed who moves his family to a small town in Maine called Ludlow, and there he meets an old wise man named Judd Crandall who lives across a busy highway where dozens of pets end up killed every year by passing trucks. And Lewis's cat Church is no exception. Judd offers to take the cat to the pet cemetery, but then he suggests to take the pet to the cemetery beyond the pet cemetery, which is the Mi'kmaq Indian burial ground. There, pets who are buried there get reanimated and come back to life. So a cat is one thing, but when Lewis's 2-year-old son Gage gets ran over in the road, drastic things start to happen. Of course, they have a normal funeral. Gage is buried in a normal cemetery. So you see the foreshadowing on the wall. Lewis stirs about it day after day. Then he finally decides to dig him up and replant his corpse into the Mi'kmaq Indian burial ground. The end sequence has Rachel racing home after Judd calls her to tell her what's going on with Lewis and Gage, who is now a demonic killing terror. But suppose she found out about the burial ground, and then she and Lewis fight Gage together, but Lewis is the one who ends up dead, not Rachel. She has to haul Lewis to the Mi'kmaq. I think that would have made for a better ending. If you agree, then please let me know down there in the doobly-doos. If not, then still let me know. Another thing about this book is the audiobook version. It is narrated by Michael C. Hall. You know, the guy from Dexter? Oh my God. He has such a good voice for audiobooks. I wish he could do all of King's work. Another note about Pet Sematary is its controversy on publishing. Stephen King said it was so creepy and disturbing that he wrote it and threw it in a drawer and let it sit for a year or two. I don't believe that for 1 second. If you're a horror writer and you come up with the most terrifying novel ever written, then you're going to race to those printers. I don't care who you are. So this tombstone, this is a tombstone that I want it to be buried under. It just reeks of creepiness. And maybe one day grave robbers will come take me away. Then I'll be cast into folklore that way. So, Stephen King's Pet Sematary, 9 out of 10. Read it today. Read all those other Stephen King books, but more specifically, read those Viktor Wolfe novels. Peace out.